Guaranteed rent is never guaranteed. In fact, nothing in life is guaranteed. Guaranteed rent is essentially a marketing ploy. It's an absolute scam. Now, somebody can offer you guaranteed rent and maybe they'll pay you rent for a while, but just like anybody, just like anything, like any other tenant, they can just literally stop paying you rent and you have the exact same issues. In fact, often you have more challenging issues. For example, if you were to hand your property over to a company, they might trash it. They might have absolutely no experience in property whatsoever, no matter how much they claim they do. They might hand it over to tenants on universal credit or tenants that have a lot of challenges. What if they don't know how to handle that situation and it gets out of hand? The property will be trashed. Then the tenant, and then the company with the guaranteed rent will stop paying you, and that's it. You're stuck. Similarly, some companies will just willfully not pay you, even if the rent is supposedly backed by the government. So just be really careful when people say offer you guaranteed rent. Another angle on this is that some lettings agency or some people will offer you guaranteed rent, but essentially what they're doing is they're offering you insurance. So therefore you're actually paying for that because it's a business. You're actually paying for that insurance in one way or the other. Other things to consider is that maybe they won't pay a deposit or they'll negotiate a much lower rent because they'll say, oh, we're guaranteeing you the rent, and obviously the rent isn't guaranteed. So therefore you might get lower rent and you might not have a deposit, which puts you in a much worse situation because if and when the property is returned to you, 100%, that property will not be in a good state. And because they didn't pay deposit, you're pretty much stuffed. Now, yes, I get there are great operators out there. In fact, a lot of them are. But at the same time, there's a lot of cowboys out there because the barrier of entry is so low that literally anybody can do it overnight. So, if you are interested in guaranteed rent and somebody offers you it, please do your due diligence. Make sure they've been operating for decades. Make sure they have really good recommendations of veteran landlords, veteran investors who have worked with them for years. Because people will say anything to you, they will offer you anything and they'll pay until they don't. Anyway, my name's Nguyen. We let manage high quality HMOs and singles in and around Birmingham. As I said, I've been doing this over 20 years. And I'm an active investor. Actually, also, that reminds me, when you're asking for recommendations, make sure they're active investors and active landlords. So they're currently doing it and they're currently working with whatever company it is, and ask them if they would work with that company again. All right, I hope that's been helpful. See you.